What's happening, guys? Today we are going to review the best time frame for Forex trading according to my own personal opinion. But I do have an opinion and I do have a few things to back it up. So you guys just hear me out real quick. The best time frame to trade is going to be, first let's talk about the time frame that you don't want to trade. All right, so in the last video, your broker is manipulating you. I talk about the possibility of your broker possibly using these tools, the MetaTrader Manager and some of the virtual plugins to manipulate price. And one of the things they can do, as you can see here, they have all of your information and they do watch you. But one of the things you can do as a broker is you can freeze and delay price, and you also have the slippage in here. Okay, and you can actually go in here and manipulate the bid and ask levels. So usually brokers do this, but they only do this to not necessarily get caught, but just to skim a little bit of money off the top. So because they do that, what we believe, or what I believe, is that these lower time frames, like your 1 minute, your 5 minute, and even your 15-minute time frames, because they're able to manipulate the market, you want to give price a little bit more time to stretch out. The longer the time frame, the harder it is to manipulate because they do have limits. So for example, they can freeze price, but they can only freeze price for a few minutes or so. But if you're trading off of something like a daily chart or a weekly chart, then you're not really concerned with the 5 minutes, or I'm sorry, not the 5 minutes, the 5 seconds, and all of these little things that they do to the market. You're not really concerned with that because you're looking at major levels. I mean, you're looking at the level where the day actually closed. And although that can be manipulated, chances are they're not going to go as far as manipulating a whole day's worth of data. It'll just be within the smaller time frame. So that's why, in my opinion, the smaller time frames are not the best to trade on. Also, the market moves too quick. It whipsaws every few minutes. I mean, it's chaotic on these smaller time frames. So, I mean, you can easily trade on the smaller time frames, but I don't feel like the levels are necessarily respected. You see here, so for example, the market came down here and bounced up. So this should be like a key level. When the market gets here, you should see it buy. You should see the market shoot up, and it did here. I didn't notice this, but it did right here, shot up. But look right here, it didn't shoot up right here. So these levels are not necessarily as strong on the 15-minute chart. But if you go over to something like the daily chart and you mark like a level where it came down and bounced, I mean, you'll see come up, uh, threw back down, come up, went down, come up, went down, broke through, came up, retested, went up. So it's like the levels are more, they're stronger because it's a daily chart. It's where the entire day stopped and turned around on the daily chart. So those levels are much stronger. And I believe if you guys get comfortable trading on the daily chart, even though it's not as exciting, if you guys get comfortable trading on the daily chart and at least just marking the charts up and also marking the weekly charts up, you want to mark up the daily and the weekly. And you guys probably can even go on tradingview.com if you're not already on there and then mark up the charts and publish those charts so that you can go back at a later date and see if your analysis were correct. You can mark up as many charts as you want. And when I say mark up, I mean you're plotting support and resistance lines, trend lines. You're using, you're testing with moving averages. If you want to throw some indicators in there, you can. You can do all of that stuff, and then you can actually write a description on why you think price is going to go up or down based on your analysis, and you can publish that information. And then that leaves, it also gives a note to you in the future. So when you go back, you'll be able to say, okay, well, I thought this was going up because price, came back down to the 20 period moving average, or I thought this would go higher because price broke above this trend line and then retest it. So you'll be able to leave those notes for yourself, but also for other people to read if you wanted to. And then you'll be able to go and hit that play button. If you publish your charts, you'll be able to hit that play button and it'll play it forward for you and show you if you were correct or not. So just to sum up the video, I did not want to make this video very long, but the best time frame to trade Forex is the daily chart, but also mark up the weekly chart, and then after you have mastered the daily chart, then move down to the 1 hour chart. So that is my opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, and everybody has their own different trading strategies. So hope you guys have a great evening, and that is it for the video.